promote an upcoming event this weekend. We have Melissa Reaves. She is a local artist and Watauga County native. How are you today?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
So you're going to actually perform a little later for us, and but right now, tell us a little bit about how you got in the music business.
Well, I've always played music. My mom wanted me to play the violin, and so at 6 years old, we went and got the half-size violin, and which I'm really grateful for. I mean, all the years of lessons and orchestra and quartets and private lessons really, shaped the musician that I am today. You know, and the further I go, the more I see, where my sensibilities came from, so to speak, or lack thereof. But anyway, so I played the violin for till I was formally till I was 17 and studied classical music, and then at about 16 I wanted to sing in a rock and roll band. Yeah, my mom was not at all happy about that, but she still took me to these tryouts where we need a singer. So I went through that, and then I moved to Boone when I was I went to Watauga for the last 2 years of my high school. So when I was up here, when I came up here, I continued to want to do that. And one of the first bands I was in, not as a singer, I played the violin. I mean, I didn't do any singing at all. And then I had some older friends that had a band, and they invited me up. He really kind of fostered me a little bit, I think, to sing some blues. And that was the first time I had, really performed vocally and with a big voice. That's kind of the distinction of that moment. I had done some singing before, but it was not with, a big voice. And I don't know how else to describe that.
With some soul.
With some soul, and really kind of
just belt it out and really make the audience feel it.
Right. I don't know how that happened, or I guess I watched him and somehow related. I don't know. I mean, to let that out is I don't know if it's something you necessarily formulate. I think you let it out.
I think
you allow it.
Once you get bit by the blues bug, it's kind of like something happens to you, and it's just, oh my goodness. And I am a victim of that.
That's a good thing to be a victim of.
Yes, I believe so.
Thank goodness we've experienced that release.
There's something about it that just gets kind of really deep down in your soul, and you're just like, wow, that's amazing. And I understand what you're saying, but
that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, I would that everyone would experience that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe people do in their own way. But.
And we could have an entire show on the blues.
We should do that.
We should. We'll talk about it. We'll plan that. But right now, so tell us a little bit about your upcoming event. We actually have two, right?
Yes. It's one big event, basically. And last year, the show's done really well. This will be the 13th year.
Wow.
Yeah, and so last year, year 12, we sold out pretty early, and then the article came out, and several people, we had continued phone calls, and there were some upset people that maybe they just didn't hear about the show,
right?
But they saw the article, so much so that the club called me. It was Char at the time, now the local, and Colton called me. He said, I think we need to consider adding a second night somehow. I've got Friday open. So we went for it. And, less than 24 hours, we booked another show. And this is a pretty big production just with one show, much less considering two. But we went for it. And so this year, concertedly planning 2 shows. So the first one will be at the Farm Cafe, which I'm really, really excited about. I did a benefit for them earlier in the year, at the end of the summer, and brought in a band, and I wasn't really sure about how that was going to work in that space. It's the old Boone Drug, which was really cool to be in.
Absolutely. I love what they've done to it. They've kind of kept it to the original, and it's really, really nice in there.
It's really, really good energy in there, and I love everyone there and the work that they're doing. Renee's a dear friend of mine, Renee Bowman. Anyhow, I played the benefit there, and the energy in the room was much more than I had anticipated it. Really, really good show, great space, and I would have never thought that would have happened, So when I was considering places to do a second show, I mean, there are certainly a lot of concerted performance rooms in Boone, but I love what the Farm Cafe is doing, and I wanted to do the other show, the other holiday show, make it be a little bit different.
Right.
And so this will be a little bit more of a listening situation. By no means will we not rock or get funky. I mean, that can't not happen with the players I've got coming for the show. I've got Tez Sherrard on drums, and he plays with Edwin McCain, and a whole host of other people. That he's a really, really animated and musical guy, great drummer, and he's just fun to watch. I think he could have his own show, just him and the drums. He's a great singer, an awesome bass player, but he'll be on drums. And John Ray's on bass, and he and I have done a lot of work together over the years. I say we've been in the trenches together. So, but anyway, he's done several of my Nashville showcases, which a couple years back, and those are pretty high pressure. So you really kind of bond with somebody when you're under the gun like that, quote unquote under the gun. But it's all meant to be fun. But showcases are a little intense, but nonetheless. So, and then a favorite guitar player of mine that I've kind of just started working with. Out of Winston, his name's Daniel Seraph, and he's such a wonderful, brilliant, passionate player. I'm really, really wanted to play for him for a long time after we had done one show together, and it maybe a year and a half or 2 years passed, and we could never make anything happen. But he's going to do the holiday show. So it's going to be a great.
Sounds like
band.
You got a good band of people.
Oh yeah. That's for the first show. So the second show is a whole different band. I've got Bill Stevens from Winston-Salem coming up, and he plays with a band called the Lee Boys, and he's, which they're a pedal steel rock and roll gospel. They come from the gospel end of blues and rock and roll, but funk, And then on drums is Cesare Shink. He's playing with Jonathan Scales. I don't know if you're familiar with any of these names, but just fabulous drummer. Jonathan's doing a ton of great things. I believe. He's worked with a lot of excellent artists. The one that comes to mind is Bela Fleck, but. And then Jake Wolf on bass, and Jake is just a monster player. He's from Asheville, bass player, working with the Billy C. And Billy C is the main person in Billy C is Billy Cardine, and who plays with Acoustic Syndicate. So these guys are all incredibly talented musicians, and I'm excited to be working with them, and excited to be working with them on the holiday show. The holiday show is a little different than any of the other shows that I do. I usually do a couple of costume changes. I make the costumes, so it's quite the scene. Yeah.
Well, that sounds awesome. And now, are you going to be doing any costume changes for the holidays? Or for the holiday shows?
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I have yet to get that figured out, but by this evening, I will definitely.
That's the fun part.
Yeah,
Getting
it's
the
a little
outfit changes.
intense, but it is. One year I had a wonderful woman help me, Heather, and I'm sorry I don't remember her last name, but she was in the theater department at Appalachian, and she was so wonderful and helpful and such a pro with with all the costume changes. And I had like 4 in that show. So some of them are intense to get on without, breaking or, I mean, I had a 5-foot headdress 2 years ago. So, I mean, it's pretty intense.
Oh my goodness.
And I live part of the year in Arizona, and I do a holiday show there. So when I leave this holiday show I leave on the 15th back to Arizona, and I'll do a show there the following weekend. And
you're a busy lady.
yeah, it's a lot.
Wow. Well, we're thankful to have you here in the community
Oh.
and bringing these great holiday songs right to us and to our local businesses. And I think it's especially great to have it at Farm Cafe because you're getting people in the door there and they can learn their mission. And and it really kind of spreads the word about the good things that they're doing at Farm Cafe.
And they are doing such good work.
That's such great work. But you're actually going to be performing today a song that is actually a new Christmas song that we've actually never heard. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, a couple of years ago, I think 2010, I released a holiday CD called Holidays, and recorded your, I hate to say it this way, but your run-of-the-mill holiday tunes.
Traditional.
Done in a very non-traditional way. So it's a fun CD, and I really had a blast doing it.
You recorded it locally?
Recorded it locally with a mobile unit from Winston-Salem called the Jambulance. So this fella has a recording studio set up in an ambulance, a really nice recording studio, but it's in an ambulance, and he calls it the Jambulance. But we recorded it in Boone, like not even a mile from my house, and at a church, and recorded it in 2 days.
Nice.
Well, yeah, that's pretty intense, but we did it, and then did some subsequent editing. But so this song is from that, and this was the song written, the one original on the CD, written by Bannister Pope, and that's called A Brand New Bible.
All right. Well, I look forward to hearing that. Yeah. So when we come back, we'll have Melissa Reaves singing a new Christmas song, and tell us the name of it one more time.
A Brand New Bible.
Brand New Bible. All right. Well, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're here with Melissa Reaves. She's going to be performing one of her songs off of her holiday album called Brand New Bible. You can catch Melissa this Thursday, December 11th at 7 p.m. at Farm Cafe for show 1 of her holiday shows in the community. Tickets are $13, and they support the great things that they're doing over at Farm Cafe. If you can't catch them on Thursday, be sure to catch her Saturday at the local at 8 p.m., and tickets are $12. So be sure to check her out and get into the holiday spirit. She's going to be singing some traditional tunes as well as this one. Take it away, Melissa.
Thank you, Brittany.
I'm asking Santa for brand new Bible, large print, hedges of gold. I'm asking Santa for brand new Bible, large print, edges of gold. There's Matthew, he rides without his shoes. There's pictures of Mark and Luke and John. Little Christian as Santa for brand new Bible, brand new Bible to call his own. Little Christian as Santa for brand new Bible, brand new Bible with his name in gold. Little Peter as Santa with his name in gold. Little Peter has Santa for brand new Bible, a brand new Bible to call his own. There's Matthew, he rides without his shoes. There's pictures of Mark and Luke and John. I'm asking Santa for brand new Bible, a brand new Bible with my name in gold. I'm asking Santa